In today's stories, flash floods brought by heavy rainfalls experienced over the most part of Luzon. Two weather disturbances continues to affect the southwest monsoon in the Philippines. DTI approves price increase suggested by the manufacturers. Death toll in China's flash flood raises to 25. Milwaukee Bucks wins the NBA championship. ANTETOKOUMPO bags the MVP Finals award. We bring you the latest happenings here and all over the globe. Good morning, my name is Alvin Pelobello and here are the world's latest stories. Flash floods brought by heavy rainfalls due to southwest monsoon were experienced over Metro Manila and nearby provinces. This is the situation yesterday in some parts of Luzon due to heavy rainfalls. Houses, national roads and streets over in the Metro Manila filled with floods after almost a day of continuous rainfalls. In the afternoon, orange rainfall warnings has been raised over parts of 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗧𝗪. Two weather disturbances within the Philippine area of responsibility continues to strengthen the southwest monsoon that continues to bring rainfalls over the most part of the country. Typhoon Fabian, with an international name, INFA, nearing the boundary going out of the Philippine area of responsibility. According to Pag-asa, Typhoon Fabian, based on all available data, were located at 670 kilometers east of the extreme northern Luzon. Its maximum sustained wind listed remains at 150 kilometers per hour near the center and gustiness up to 185 kilometers per hour. It moves westward at the speed of 10 kilometers per hour. Typhoon is expected to exceed the country's PAR on Saturday night. The Philippine Weather Bureau may raise the tropical cyclone wind signal if typhoon changes direction based on its probability movements. Most part of Luzon, including Metro Manila, will experience moderate to heavy and at times intense rainfalls, while the Western Visayas and the rest of the country will experience cloudy weather conditions with isolated thunderstorms. Gale warning raised over Batanes and northern coast areas in Cagayan, including Babuyan Islands, alongside with Occidental Mindoro and western coast of Palawan. Rough to very rough sea conditions is expected in the said areas. Meanwhile, Tropical Depression Simpaka continues to affect the southwest monsoon, which brings heavy rainfalls over the most part of Luzon. On Tuesday, the Department of Trade and Industry has approved price increase in basic goods as reported or as requested by the manufacturers. Trade Secretary Ramon Lopez said price increase will range until 7% based on the approved price that is equivalent to 1 peso. Here's the list of the basic goods with a certain increase in price details. Meanwhile, consumer group appeals for the owner of the supermarkets not to implement the increase immediately to protect the consumers' additional expenses. However, Philippine Amalgamated Supermarkets Association President Stephen Kua says price hike could not be hampered since the manufacturers implemented this. Kua added that manufacturers had enough reason to implement price adjustment on basic goods after 2 years, or after almost 2 years. The Philippine government administered more than 15 million COVID-19 vaccines. Based on the data of the National Task Force Against COVID-19, almost 10.4 million Filipinos have received first dose of vaccines, and more than 4.7 million are fully vaccinated after completing second dose of COVID-19 vaccines. NTF says for the 20th week of the national vaccination rollout, it reached a total of almost 1.9 million doses administered. NTF reminds the public to get vaccinated against COVID-19 to win our race against variants of the said virus. Another more than 500,000 doses of Pfizer vaccines arrived in the Philippines this Wednesday night. DHL Aviation flight carrying 511,290 doses of Pfizer vaccines arrived in Mactan, Cebu International Airport in Lapu-Lapu City, Cebu. at around 6:45 this Wednesday night. More than 51,000 doses of these vaccines will be given to the local government unit of Cebu, while almost 450,000 doses will be brought to Metro Manila. An additional more than 51,000 doses will be distributed to Davao City within this day, July 22. U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin III will visit the Southeast Asian countries, including Philippines, before the end of this month. According to Pentagon spokesman John Kirby, Austin will demonstrate the importance of Biden-Harris administration places in Southeast Asia and on the Association of the Southeast Asian Nation, or the ASEAN, as an essential part of the Indo-Pacific architecture. Based on U.S. Embassy in Hanoi, Austin's Southeast Asian trip will start on the 23rd of July. This trip will underscore the enduring U.S. commitment to the region and our interest in upholding the rules-based international order in the region and promoting ASEAN centrality, the embassy said in the statement. Along with the Philippines, Austin will also visit Alaska and Hanoi in Vietnam. U.S. and the Philippines had a decades-old partnership under the Military Defense Treaty between these countries. 25 people died in a flash flood in provinces of China due to heavy rainfalls for over 1,000 years. A country weather bureau said almost 100,000 Chinese have been evacuated in Zhengzhou. Rails and road transport have been disrupted. The authorities have raised warning levels over dams and water reservoirs. Thousands of troops have been deployed for the continuous rescue efforts in the provinces. Chinese meteorologists said that the 3 days of rain level were the only level of rainfall they've seen once in 1,000 years. Heavy rainfalls in the provinces of China started on the weekend. In our sports news, for the first time after 50 years, the Milwaukee Bucks wins the NBA championship ring after defeating the Phoenix Suns in the Game 6 of the NBA Finals. It was the Phoenix Suns who leads the first half of the game, but the game ended with 105-99 score. Bucks win with a tremendous performance of Giannis Antetokounmpo, who named as the finals MVP.
Means a lot. I want to thank Milwaukee for believing in me. You know, thank my teammates, man. They played hard every freaking game. You know, I trusted this team. I wanted to do it here in the city. I wanted to do it with these guys. So I'm happy. I'm happy that we were able to get it done.
Giannis leads the Bucks with a career high of 17 out of 19 made free throws and 5 blocks, along with 14 rebounds. Giannis were averaging 35.2 points, 13.2 rebounds, and 5 assists during the 4-2 series wins over the Suns. Alongside with the outstanding game of Giannis, Chris Middleton added 17 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists in the Milwaukee Bucks Game 6 victory. With this victory, the Bucks have secured the franchise second NBA title and the first title since 1971. Giannis, with his two brothers Thanasis and Kostas, became the first trio brothers who win the league title and became the NBA champ. And that has been the stories this morning. News stories you need to know. Thank you for joining me. My name is Alvin Pelobello and this is your TV News.